Ladies and gentlemen, this is an American couple that went to Uganda to live, and they adopted three foster children. Of course, the children don't look like them. Aren't they notorious for that? And one of the children they tortured and trafficked, which is death penalty over there in Uganda for doing that. This is Nicholas Spencer and his wife, Mackenzie Lee Mathis Spencer. They are both 32 years old. They have been arrested since December 9th after neighbors reported them torturing one of the children, which is a 10-year-old boy. So they moved to Uganda as humanitarian. They were part of a Christian ministry. Isn't that just special, right? And you're part of a Christian ministry and this is what you do? Damn. So they were arrested after neighbors, thank goodness the neighbors were watching what was going on, and they reported it. They were arrested. They moved to Uganda for humanitarian work. And see, it's these missionaries and humanitarians that go over there and will rape these children. They're not interested in doing any good for these folks. So they've been there since 2017. They fostered three children, and they're from, listen to this, the Welcome Ministry. Yeah, you welcomed yourself to go and abuse a 10-year-old native Ugandan boy. Wow. And this child was special needs and was also HIV positive, according to what they're saying over there. So the Spencers that you're looking at here constantly tortured the boy from 2020, and it eventually attracted the attention of the neighbors. Now, they lived in a suburb in Uganda, and some of the neighbors even captured the torture on video. So they were just doing this out in the open, y'all, for people to see. I'm going to go ahead and play this video and I'm going to come back with my commentary.
A Ugandan state prosecutor told a court in Kampala on Wednesday that an American couple charged with torturing their foster child were a flight risk. The pair's lawyer argued they should be granted bail on medical grounds. Nicholas Spencer and his wife Mackenzie Lee Matthias Spencer pleaded not guilty after they were charged with aggravated torture of a 10-year-old boy in their care while living in a Kampala suburb. They have been remanded in custody since Friday. Prosecutor Joan Keko gave details of the alleged torture, saying that the child was made to sleep on wooden platforms with no bedding and was stripped naked at times.
An American couple realized that their visas in Uganda had expired. They didn't have any work permits, and they were renting in the suburbs of Kampala, which made them a flight risk.
The couple's lawyer said both the accused had ailments requiring care which could not be given in prison. Keko said there was no ailment that could not be treated in prison. According to police,
Ladies and gentlemen, this couple is from the US but living in Uganda. And I want to thank Dark Matter for this story. Well, they fostered three children and tortured the 10-year-old, forced him to sleep on like a hard wooden plank, and made the child stay naked, wouldn't put clothes on him, and only fed them cold food on top of torturing them. So they have gotten arrested over in Uganda, and they could be facing the death penalty for trafficking the children over there. Let me just say this. We have seen these stories come up a multitude of times, where even here in the US, there have been stories of children being brought over here from Africa and tortured and killed. So much that I think Ethiopia and a few countries have finally adopted policies not to let Europeans from the US or over in Europe come and adopt their children, because too many of them have ended up tortured, abused, killed. They have stopped all of these adoptions. I wish the entire continent of Africa would adopt that policy. These folks got a horrible, horrible reputation when it comes down to dealing with melanated people. They do. Their reputation is horrible. Why would you let them adopt your children knowing the history between the US and Africa and Europe and Africa? Why would you continue to let them take your children? The outcome is never good. Even if you got a child being raised by them, you ever notice? I don't know how, if any of you have ran across some of these children. I have in my lifetime. Psychologically, they are jacked up because they haven't had a lot of exposure around their own people when they were being raised. I've been around some of them. Some of them are really screwed up because of that. So, no, some people would say, well, at least they're giving them a home and do it. No, no, no. The psychological damage alone should stop you from letting these people adopt the children there. And look at what they were doing. They were trafficking. I mean, there's children here in America that need to be adopted. See, they're not going to get away with that quite so easy here. So they'll run to a place like Africa where they believe they'll get away with it. Just like when they go over there as missionaries and then they're over there raping the children, because they go where they really believe in their minds they're going to get away with stuff like that. How many stories have we heard about these missionaries or these priests going over there and then they end up raping and torturing and sometimes killing the children there? Remember that it was a white woman from the US over there acting like she was some kind of doctor. She didn't even have a medical degree or nothing, and she was over there killing the children. Y'all remember that? And they let her leave out of there with a black child and come back to America. I did a story on that. She killed a whole bunch of children over there. But see, she wouldn't pull that doctor mess with no degree over here because she knows she can't get away with that crap here. But there's been so many stories, y'all, to the point where Africa should know better. These folks don't relate very well with people that don't look like them. When they want something from you, they want to take what you have without fully embracing you as a person. That's what they want to do. They want it, but they don't want to embrace you. Just let them have X, Y, and Z. They don't want to have to embrace you or respect you, but they just give them what they want. That's how they think. And you see many of them thinking like that. Some of them won't deal with a melanated person unless they want something from them. And then when they want something, they want it, but they don't want to embrace you as a person. They've been playing that game for a long time too. And you can clearly see that it's a taught behavior that's been passed down all this time. So if a person is like that, what makes you think they're going to be good with melanated children? They won't. They'll torture those kids because in their eyes, those kids aren't real humans. And if that's how you feel, then you shouldn't be adopting those children at all. So it's really up to Africa to fix this problem. Either you care about your children or you don't. Plain and simple. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.